Hey, I'm Josh, the founder of the accountability group, and I am also Josh, an addict fighting the diseases of addiction and mental health, because I have co-occurring disorders myself personally. One hand washes the other. If one flares up, the other one seems to flare up, and it's like, yay, good times. It's not one of those things where it's like, oh, hey, like this will all work out. um, anyway, yeah, so with that, I just kind of want to share my experience, strength, and hope with you. And then hopefully the newcomers and the people with time will share their experience, strength, and hope in the comments section. Don't forget to subscribe and like our videos, but more importantly, use the comment section as a way to kind of get the ball rolling so that you can share like what's going on in your early stages of recovery, and then, be like where you find yourself, like, now having time underneath your belt. What helped you? What were the things that helped you on your specific road? And some of it might resonate with some person and they'll use it, and some of it won't, and that's just the case. Like, everyone's road to recovery is going to be their own individual journey. So with that, we'll dig into Touchstones, and today is July 22nd. So, suffering is a journey which has an end. Matthew Fox. Pain is a part of life. To live a masculine spiritual life, we need a way to understand the suffering we sometimes endure. Look back at other difficult times can give us a better perspective of the pain we feel today. All of us can recall a lesson or a sudden difficult change that we never would have chosen up for ourselves. Perhaps it brought us face to face with insecurities or doubts about our survival. Now, after the suffering has ended, we see how much we grew, we changed, we were strengthened, and perhaps were liberated by what happened to us. Thoughts about today's suffering may not be clear as to what good it holds us, but we are on a journey, and it can only happen one step at a time. We know that journeys teach us great lessons and that they do have endings. Our pain today affirms that we are vital and alive people. We know others suffer as we do, and we turn to each other to give and receive comfort while we are on the journey. My pain will teach me something I need to know, and it will end. I will pay attention to its lessons. Dang, if that is not appropriate for me today. I don't know if you watched any of the earlier ones, but there was one earlier where I was like, something happened to me today, like where it just like, it really got to me. And it's not one of those things where like I flipped out or anything, but like it struck a chord of an underlying, like, I'm guessing my therapist at 5 and my psychiatrist next week are gonna tell me like, is a big resentment, and that's rough, like, I don't know, that one's tough. Yeah, obviously I already skipped over the experience because literally I don't even enjoy that part, because I've been to meetings where people spend 12 minutes giving me their like use or drunk log, and then like 3 minutes on their experience, strength, and hope. So anyway, if you're in this chair like I'm in this chair, you are in this chair. There's a reason you're watching this video. So my strength is the fellowship and my willingness and intentional, like, day in, day out grind. Like, that's what it is sometimes. It is a grind. It is, and that's why at the beginning I've like changed the wording. Like, sometimes I say a fierce warrior or a paladin level 85 warrior fighting the diseases of addiction, like, because that's what it is. It's a battle of life and death. Like, it is jails, institutions, or death. I've done 2 of the 3, so I'm not trying to, you know, find out what the 3rd one is, you know, until I am ancient, you know, hopefully I have grandkids and things like that. So it's really tough when you see like someone, it's really tough for me to like, oh man, I don't even know a good way to describe it, but my experience, I guess, is, and this is what's most important, because that's what's most important about these videos, is it's important to understand what your resentments are, figure out how to like write them down, because that's going to be important, and then articulate them to your sponsor, and then figure out how you're going to let them go. Whether it's forgiving that person, and that doesn't even mean forgiving them face to face, you just forgive them in your heart. Like, and that takes time. I know I had to do it 30 days in a row. Like, whenever I was upset about a resentment towards this person that I had, that there was no way that I could be in communication with because it was volatile, it was not healthy, it was toxic, I just was like, I prayed for them and I forgave them, and I like hoped that they were well, and that kept me clean and sober. You know, I did not have to drink at anybody, I did not have to use at anybody, there was nothing like that. So for me, that was my experience, is that in order to get through some of these like interesting times, because people are fascinating, in order to get through these times where, you know, an individual or individuals might really just rub you the wrong way. Gosh. The important thing to do is to realize that resentments are allowing somebody else to live rent-free in your head. And B, it's adding more baggage that you have to carry that is unnecessary. And C, it's only one of those things that our insidious spiritual malady uses to find cracks in our program, so that it can invade and be like, yeah, it would be a good idea to have just one drink, or yeah, you can just use once and it'll be fine. And it never is, at least not for me. So anyway, my hope for you is that you're able to figure out what your resentments are, kind of like pinpoint and isolate them, be able to forgive yourself and forgive others, and like let those resentments go. That way you don't have to carry them around as a burden so much. And yeah, that's what I really would hope for you. So again, I'm Josh, the founder of the Accountability Group, and I'm Josh, a level 85 paladin, you know, still fighting the diseases of addiction and mental health. So with that, I hope you all stay safe, stay strong, and stay sober.